Hi guys, so today we are making something called Christmas crack. I already started because I forgot I was going to film this. So what I already have done, okay, that was just my cat. What I already have done is, oh, took a picture of myself. How do I flip the camera? Oh my god, hold on. So let's just show you like this. So I already laid out on parchment lined paper on a baking sheet that's deep, like deep, you know. Graham crackers. I used honey. Oh my god, this is horrible still. And then I took 2 sticks of butter and a cup of brown sugar. And then you put that on medium-low heat, and that will turn into a caramel eventually. But you just heat it up till it's melted, like this. I'm getting there. I have to have all the butter melted. Oh, and there's all my shit in the background for this recipe. But basically, what we're doing is melting it and gonna turn this into toffee / caramel. Depending how long you leave it on the heat is how long or how crunchy it's gonna be. So either you're making a caramel, which is less heat and less time, or you're making a toffee, which is longer time and same amount of heat, just longer time. So what I'm trying to do is mix in both the butter. Now that it's all melted, I'm mixing the butter in with this brown sugar. So this is what we're at right now. Let me turn on this light. Boom. So we're at this stage, and what you're going to do is just let this bubble, just like that. And we're only going to stir every few minutes or so. We don't want to do too much. So I have 2 recipes. One was a praline Christmas crack, and the other one was just called Christmas crack. I basically mix these 2 together and make my own, because I'm not that advanced. I'm just cool like that. I don't like making things exactly, because one of them asked for saltine crackers, and the other one asked for graham crackers. And when I found graham crackers just taste better. But the recipe basically is ingredients: 28 graham crackers, 1 cup of butter or 2 sticks of butter unsalted. That's what I like getting, is the sticks. Better than margarine. A cup of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a half teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 to a cup of chopped pecans, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my heat just a little bit. It's really boiling. Let me show you. So that's what we got going on. She is cooking nicely. So not everybody has this, but I have this handy dandy tool. I have a candy thermometer. So I can actually, it's deep fried and candy, but I use it for candy. So what it has here is actually how hot you can let everything get. Hold on. Let me look all official. Yeah, it still doesn't want to do anything. Anyways, what it says is a soft crack is 285 and a hard crack is 302. I did the toffee last time, and I gave it to a restaurant that I absolutely love the odors to, El Fat Cat Grill in Kennewick, Washington. Ever in this part of the United States, definitely go check out El Fat Cat Grill. The best place you'll ever be in. The owners are pretty sweet. I love them so much that I make them food, because they make delicious food. So with your thermometer, it strictly does not want you touching the bottom of your pan, because you will explode and then you'll have glass shards in your thing, and you don't want that. But right now I'm reading about 225. I don't want to go too much higher on my heat and too much longer, because I really want that soft caramely feel instead of the hard crunch. Because apparently everyone liked the caramely one over my toffee one, which That's weird to me. I think toffee was better, but I like crunchy stuff. I like my bacon cooked to where it is literally chips. I love chips. So I'm going to stir this guy a little bit, check its temp. We're almost at 250, so we don't want to go too much higher. So what I have here is instructions, or my whatever for both of the ones that I have. Both of them want me to preheat my oven to 350 and then put this in here after I'm done boiling it. Pour it on your graham crackers and put it in the oven for a couple of minutes so it boils too. My last run I did of this delicious Christmas crack, I did not do that. I did it for like maybe 2 minutes to let it warm, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Not when I'm monitoring it this way with my handy dandy thermometer I have. So I think that's only if you don't have one of these. I don't know. But anyways, so you're gonna need, I already have my pecans measured in a cup because I like a little more pecans than it called for. Only asked for 3/4 on both recipes, and I just felt like that just wasn't enough. So I just did a little bit more. It's not even a full cup, it's just under a cup. Give this caramel a stir again. And we're just about 250. So maybe one more minute is all we're going to need. And then we're going to just drizzle it on top of our prepared graham cracker parchment line paper. Disclaimer, I did this before without the parchment paper because I did not have any. And you can do it without it. It says ungreased. Grease it. Don't listen to that. It was a lie. Grease it and comes out. It's hard to get out. And you're going to be chopping at little pieces of your pan to get the rest of it off. Regardless if you did that or not. If you greased it or not. Because you're making caramel / toffee. So it's going to happen. So I strongly suggest this parchment paper for sure. Hopefully you didn't hear that. That was a cat. And okay, we are getting close to our soft crack. 285 is what it says. But I didn't use this before. I didn't even look at that last time. I just judged it. I'm going to give it a little whirl. Okay, so it specifically wants you to put your vanilla in after it's done boiling. Okay, and just a cool little tip that I like telling people is 1 teaspoon is roughly this little cap right here. So you don't even have to dirty anything. You just pour a little bit in your cap and then add it to whatever recipe you're using it for. I do that all the time. Saves me from doing more dishes, even though a little teaspoon isn't that big of a deal. Anyways, when you pour in this vanilla after it's done bubbling, it's going to steam up a lot because you're adding cold to hot. So do it very carefully and evenly as possible. And it does ask for a little bit of salt. I don't measure my salt. I just sprinkle a little in because I don't like a lot of salt in my stuff. That's why you get unsalted stick butter if you get it, so you can add as much or as little salt as you want. If you get butter with salt in it, you might as well skip that step of salt because it's just going to be way too much sodium for your body that you need. So we are almost to a lovely soft crack. And we're touching bottom. Okay, don't touch bottom. Okay, I'm going to give it one little whirl again. I think we're probably good. So I am going to pause this real quick. Hold on. Okay. So immediately wash that with water and soap because you're going to have a fun time getting that off. Alrighty. So we have a delicious caramel toffee going on right now. I'm going to add our teaspoon with my little cap. Look at this, guys. See? Hear that? That's why I need 3 hands. But that is basically solidifying us right now. I'm gonna add our couple shakes of salt in there. Stir that up. I should get myself a little tripod so then I can actually show everything, huh? So, see if I can really quickly show you before I drizzle it on. This is what we got going on right now. There we go. That's our caramel. Our makeshift caramel. Okay, then all you do is, because that guy is just ready to go. You just drizzle that sucker on top of your graham crackers. Oh, what did I just spill? Nothing. Okay. Okay. Drizzled that on. Okay, we're good. Get as much out as we can. Set that aside. And then all we are going to do, I have to do this quick. I will show you after I do it real fast. Because this is going to harden as you're spreading. So, make sure you do it as fast as possible, but yet not too fast. And all I'm doing right now is literally just spreading this caramel toffee evenly as possible over these graham crackers and trying to cover every inch of graham cracker I can. And hopefully, if I did this right, it kind of sinks in the cracks too. If you do the hard crack, it doesn't matter. You're going to be having it on top. It's not going to drizzle through the little cracks. It's just going to lay on top like a good toffee should. Okay, that's how we are. Let's see. Can we, flip? No, you can just see my fat double chin still. So, that's what we got. Even layer. It's not perfect by any means. We're not focusing at all. I'm sorry. So, what I'm going to do now, come on. I don't know. Now, I'm going to pour my little pralines on here. Just sprinkle them on. Try to get them even, but life. And then now, using that same cup, we're going to get our chocolate chips. Only need about a cup. Pour those on right there. Look at that. And then I already have an aluminum foil from previously. And this is why I skipped that step of the oven. Because I just wrapped this top layer with aluminum foil. We did leak a little bit. So, this is what we do. Is we just... this is a horrible video. I am so sorry. Covered it. That's all we did. We just covered her. And she is going to sit there and think about what she did while she makes beautiful, beautiful, delicious caramel. But, what am I trying to say? So what you're trying to do right now is just covering this contraption we just made. So the chocolate chips can melt just a little bit. So when you go to spread it, it spreads evenly like a delicious chocolate syrup. And then I pop it in the fridge for, it says 2 hours. Do it until it's hard enough to break apart. Sometimes an hour, less than that. Depends on your fridge, I guess. And I'm just going to do that after this chocolate melts a little bit. So then you have an even layer of chocolate. And if you feel froggy, you can add a little more of your pralines on top before it hardens. If you wanted to, just to give it a little more crunch. Or, I haven't tried any of these. But you can even maybe do, what's the salt? Kosher salt? Is that what it's called? The thicker chunks of salt. The bigger chunks. Maybe you can sprinkle a little of that on, give it a little chocolate salt flavors, like pretzels, but delicious. That's my cat Buster. Or, I don't know, get creative. Add some candied bacon on top, I don't know. Do what you gotta do. If you think it's gonna be delicious, do it. That's all cooking is. Cooking is such a great and happy thing to do. Because you are basically making something and then you're bringing it to people and giving it to them. And you get to sometimes see the reaction of how good it was. And I just love cooking. I hate cleaning the mess afterwards. But I love cooking. I love baking. It makes me happy. Especially when I see people happy with what I made. This is a recipe I literally got off Pinterest, both of them. I wanted to see which one was better. And they're roughly the exact same recipe. Just one calls for saltine crackers and one specifically calls for graham crackers. And everything else is nearly exactly the same. It's a 2 cups of chocolate chips. Oh, shit. I forgot. There's only one on here. Oh yeah, that's not about chocolate. It's okay. We'll be okay. Now, so because I just first up start baking, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little of that baking just so I can get this chocolate nice and chocolatey and melted, since I forgot a whole cup because I was too busy trying to talk and have my cooking show that I don't have. So I'm sprinkling that on there now, since I gone and already effed that up. And while my things were preheating, I'm just going to pop it in. Don't even care. Preheat and cook it at the same time. So, I don't know what I was saying before, but cooking makes me happy. Even when I forget things like that. That was not a first. That happens to me quite often because I'm a dodo and forget things. But yeah, essentially that's what you do. I will wait for this to come out so that I can show you the finished project, because the last couple times I've been making things for you guys, I forget to show you the end. So what I'm going to do is just pause it for a little bit in magic of my phone because it just pauses. I will be back in just a few. Okay, back again. So here we are. That's how it should look like, sort of, when it's done with the melted chocolate phase. So what we're gonna do is just pop our little friend in the fridge. Maybe. Want something up for him? Sure. Right on top. Hot plate. Hold on. Okay. Give me just 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. We got her. There she is. She's in there. Anyway, so that's how you make Christmas crack, sorta. Hopefully I get better, sort of. Maybe, never. Probably never, but that's okay. I don't need to get better. I'm just good at cooking and that's all I know. And I wanted to make this kind of stuff for maybe like people that feel like watching. Oh my god, it's already 20 minutes. But maybe people weird like me that don't know what to talk about but want to get my story out there. And I'm just starting with cooking before I like actually post my story of my life. Because it's a pretty interesting one, if I have to say so myself. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day and Merry Christmas and damn you cat. Bye!